Hi crafty friends, welcome back to my channel, The Old Paper Lady. I'm Lori. If you're new here, hi, welcome. Thanks for coming and picking to choose to watch my channel. I'm going to make some ephemera bits, make some tags and such. Just going to have a play. It was a good day today I had. Hope everybody else had a good day. So I think what I'm wanting to do here is I've got this piece of paper. I don't really know where I got it from. It may have been a Hobby Lobby or a Michael's out of a paper pad or something, but I don't know if you can see. I'm trying to hold it where you can, maybe you can tell a little better on this side with the, it's kind of got a, I don't know, pearlescent to it. I don't know how well that's coming across the video, but just trust me, it's on there. Alright, so I'm not going to use the whole piece, because we might use this piece for something else. And I got some blingy bits over here. So I just got out what I was wanting to work on. And I think what I'm going to do is cut me a couple of maybe a 3.5 inch tag. Let's see. Yeah, let's do 3.5 inch strip down this side here. We'll cut them in half at 6 inches and we'll make us a couple of tags to bling up. I hope everybody's been doing good. It's been a long week for me. I think I wound up working 6 days this past week. Not all of them were like, you know, full shifts, mind you, but still just, you know, getting up, getting ready and actually going there and dealing with some of the headache that was there was stressful. But other than that, it's been a fairly decent full week and I made it through it. So here we are. We're just gonna have us a little play. What did I do with that lace that I was looking at? Here it is. It's a little off cream. I got this at Hobby Lobby, of course. My favorite crafty spot other than Tamu, and I'm gonna try to pronounce it right so I don't get fussed at by my children. So let's see. I think I kind of want to put this down here like so. Maybe glue it at the top and the bottom, and then that way you can have it be a little belly band on the tag. So I'm going to cut tag pieces off of this. So where's my scissors? Get my craft, not craft, but fabric scissors for this. Just cut it right here. Pull that over to the side, get my pen back in it. And I don't know why I feel like I got to narrate every move I make. I'm pretty sure you can see what I'm doing. But it's just, like I said, I'm new to filming and talking. I mean, I can make videos all day long and not say a word. I can go probably a whole day actually by myself, not saying nothing to nobody, and just be happy as a lark. Or just be, you know, just in here crafting and having a good old time. But sometimes these are what I'm saying out loud on my videos are actual conversations that I would have with myself, sitting here trying to figure out what I want to do with something. And it's quite comical at times. Alright, so just put a little bit of fabric glue there to glue the top and the bottom of this. And if there's any little bits hanging over, we'll get that off. Here I am, not following my own rule and don't glue it on my filming mat. So let me get my glue pads out. I wasn't quite prepared, was I? I thought I was trying to get prepared up. I'm gonna flip that over. I don't want to see that grid. Get my handy dandy spatula. Thank you so much, Miss Gail Agostinelli. Gail Agostinelli. Let me pronounce her name right, because she's the one that I saw actually with this ingenious idea. Fabric glue that's all over your fingers and you get really sticky. So I'm going to set that all to the side to dry for a minute. Let's see, what else do we want to do? I'm going to want to make a tag out of this as well. I want to put something else blingy bits on this. That's way too skinny. I'm going to use that for a belly band. I got this heart lace from Hobby Lobby. So I found it in white. And the lady told me that when I got it, she's like, honey, we have that in cream color as well. So I went back, trying to find it in the cream color, the elusive cream heart lace. Finally found it. And they only had one roll of it. I guess because, you know, everyone else uses it as well. Because I saw it on several YouTube channels. And it's just pretty. I mean, I love hearts. I love roses, you know. And it's just pretty. So I don't really want to make that a belly band. And I don't want to mess up the side there either. Let's just see what we can do here. Let's make a dangly bit down here. What do you think? We want to make a dangly bit onto the bottom. Put it in a pocket. Or do we need to move it up a little bit? I want to make a dangly bit. Let's make it dangle. Should have figured that out before I cut the whole strip, shouldn't I? Let's just make a dangle bit and cut it. And then any little bits that's hanging off. And I know I'm probably scaring someone to death cutting this. Because like I say, I have problems with my hands not working the way they should sometimes. And I can't grip stuff. This thumb don't want to bend. And these fingers don't want to bend on the back side, if you kind of notice over time to time. So I'm going to do that. And then I got this lace. Well, it's not really lace, it's like a mesh with some bling on it. And I'm going to cut a strip of that bling across there and put that on it. Just one little strip, not the whole 4 pieces. So I'm just going to cut one little strip, and then we'll have these little strippies over here that we can work with later. Is everybody getting ready for Easter? Easter's coming up. We got our ham ready. Thinking about doing a ham and stuff. So we'll get that situated and get everybody together. We'll have us a ham, have a good old dinner. I don't know if I'm going to dye any eggs or anything this year. It's like I say, my kids are older. I got the grandbaby, but I may not get to see her Easter because she has, you know, other family that she does Easter stuff with. And so I'm not going to really dye no eggs. I might dye some paper with the Easter egg dye. I did see a tutorial on that on YouTube. I thought that looked very interesting. So where did I want to glue that here? Quit yakking. Do what you're doing here, lady. So we're just going to run a bead of this fabric glue. I always wipe the tip off of my glue because I'm afraid it's going to get glued. The tip will get glued on it. And that would be my luck, to be honest. I'll be in here trying to glue up stuff and can't get my glue open because I didn't wipe the tip off of it. Okay, there we go. I'm going to open that back up. And I think I want to run that right here on this outside of this bead on the top. Not on that lattice work at the very top. And I'm going to try to put this down. And I'll have to set it off to the side and let it dry because, you know, take just it'll grab, but it'll take a minute for all of that to grab together. And then I'll cut the tag corners on it. So I'll cut it here, poke a hole in the top of it, put a little bit of another little bit of piece of lace or maybe some just plain old ribbon in it. Alright, quit messing with it, set it to the side and let it dry. There we go. I think that's pretty. What do you guys think? I think that's going to be real pretty. All right, so I didn't want it to be, you know, matchy-matchy, but I did want a couple of the same bits. That's not quite dry either, so we'll just leave them setting up here. We'll leave them setting off to the side to dry. What else we got? This, I had thought about making a belly band. This is actually like intended, I guess, in the kit for a belly band. And this I was going to use as the journal card to put in behind it. So, and I'll cover that with some pink on the back. Or I might just ink it up and just do a little bit of distress ink on the back of it and let that ride. I hadn't quite decided yet, but I intended to do the ink or the pre-printed, excuse me, pink. Say that 5 times fast. So I got this, and I want to put it down the middle here. If I can get it to quit flip-flapping around. That's a little bit thinner. It's hard to cut. So I want to take, and I got some string of pearls. And if you can see, this lace has got little round holes right here in the middle that I thought would just be perfect for this lace, or this pearls to set in those holes in that lace. And I tell you what, I think it's going to line up. I think that's going to be pretty right there. And I'm going to just glue this whole piece of lace down and put them pearls on it. So I really don't want another belly band. This thing's going to have belly bands all over it. Alright, well, you should have measured where you needed your glue at. And I think I'm just going to run a strip about middle ways here. About as middle as I can get it. So, what are you all up to? You all crafting this weekend? Today, the video will be going up Sunday. Today is Saturday. What actual date is it? I want to say that it is the 23rd of March. March the 23rd, I think that's what today is. I was off work today, thank goodness. I needed a break. I was a little tired after this week. And I say that I'm not saying, you know, talking mean or bad about my work folks, my work family. It's just, you know, it wasn't their fault that I decided, you know, to start a YouTube video adventure and make videos and put one up every day, is it? So that was a little bit of why I was just tired and wore out this week. I had finally decided that that's what I was going to do with myself. I'm going to peel this off of here and hope I may get this stuck down to me all wrong. I'm going to get me a pair of, if you can see, I'm going to wind up sticking it to myself. I'll wrap this plumb around my fingers, what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to try my best to take these tweezers and put this down. And I can't do it. Can't do it. Alright. Just hold your mouth right and put it on there, lady. Hope for the best. Alright, let go of it. Oh yeah, it's going to line up good. There we go. And see, whoops, and see that fabric glue will hopefully seep through that lace and grab a hold of that. I think that's going to be pretty. I need to run another piece of strip up here. Let's see, about how long do we need it? We need to cut it off at 4. Okay. Alright, let's hold our mouth right again, see if we can get it lined up. It seemed to work the first time, didn't it? That's a funny saying. It's not going to work if you don't hold your mouth right. It's just funny. My family's always said that. I don't know about other people, but looks somewhat straight, I hope. I think it looks pretty good. Alrighty, well, quit pulling it up from the glue, lady. Alright, leave it alone. Quit messing with it. You're just pulling it apart. I think that looks pretty good. I may need to add a little bit more fabric glue under here, to be honest with you here. And that end where I kept messing with it. So I'm going to leave that alone. Set it off over here to the side. Let that dry. I didn't really need these tweezery bits no ways at the moment. I'm going to put them up. Okay, so like I said, I was planning on using that as a tuck, side tuck, or on a page. So this is a journal card that came with the kit. And what I was wanting to do was I just cover the back of it, you know, with some scrap paper that I used for parts of the journal pages from my scrapping stash. It's kind of thin. So we're just going to glue this down to that. Nothing magical happening here. Just, you know, making some ephemera bits. So I think we'll just glue that down. And I think I'm going to use a glue stick because this paper is kind of thin. I think it'll work better with a glue stick. Let me pull my sleeves up here. Lamb frame. Or am I working? I'm working too close to me. Sorry about that. I got a bad habit of doing that too. So I think what I'm going to do is just go ahead and just glue the back of this, and I'll lay the paper on it. And I probably should have used the liquid glue, because then I got a little bit of wiggle room, but you can use the glue stick and have a little bit of wiggle room too. I'm almost out of glue on this one. That's okay. I got 18 more over here lined up to go, and if not, I got some oohoo over here hid in a cabinet somewhere. Okay, so this one doesn't really matter about the direction because they're both kind of going opposite ways down the middle. So I'm wanting to take this here the best that I can and line it up to the side. Cover that piece up. And like I say, if there is white showing, then we'll just take and ink it around up, and we'll cover that up. That's what we'll do. We'll just ink it up. There we go. Oh, well, that don't look straight now, does it? That's plumb crooked. Maybe I cut the paper crooked. You reckon I did? Let me put a little bit of... Let's put some wet glue on there. Well, that's not going to work. That's not working. I should have did that anyways. We'll just put some wet glue around this on the sides. I'm going about it all wrong is what I'm doing. That's one thing I like about the glue stick with the thinner paper. It doesn't make it curl or leave the wet glue strips in it. And like I said, either way, you can take your glue smoother and smooth it out. Just smooth that on out. I got glue smooshing out the side. That's okay. I'll take over here on the thinner side of the paper, smooth that down. Then all I'm going to do is cut that off, and we'll use that for another journal card somewhere else. Now I gotta get some paper scissors around this. And I'm sorry if I hold that up in the camera, but I gotta see to be able to cut it too. I gotta be able to see what I'm doing. already. So then there that is. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ink and go around it. And that's what we're going to do. We're just going to go ahead and finish this off while we're messing with it. And that will be a done box piece of ephemera. Like I said, most of these parts and bits that I've been making in the last few videos are, you know, I don't really know for sure where and what I'm going to put in this journal that I am putting together. I just don't have any ephemera bits, tags, journal cards, and such built up ahead. So I've been making them as I go, to be honest with you. And I've been trying to get them made ahead so when I do get to decorating, I don't have to sit here and be like, oh, well, I don't have a tag for that, or I don't have this for that, and I don't, you know, so I've got most of my bits made up. And if I got extra, that, you know, that's great. You know what I'll do with it? I've got a few more journals that, you know, have roses and such in it, and I'll just put it in my pre-made ephemera box that I'm trying to build up ahead on and work on getting ahead. Because like I said, I am new to journaling, new to YouTube, so I'm trying to build my stash and make this journal as I go. It's a little bit difficult, actually, to be honest with you. And so after this journal, I'm going to try to get some, do some random makes, you know, just sit down with the Tim Holtz ephemera bit packs and some scrap papers. And it might not be scrap papers, it might just be pretty background papers, and just go at it and make up some tags and make up some tucks and stuff like that. And we might have us a little session of stack your stash, build your stash, or whatever they're hashtagging it, calling it now. I know it was Mass Make March, and then there's one lady, Lorette, the crafty, whatever her name is. I can't think of it. What is her name? It's a jewel design on Etsy. I know that much. And her name is Lorette. She has a YouTube channel. Lorette Chandler, that's her name. She does a stack your stash, because she, you know, she has her own shop and her own business and stuff, and so she, yeah, that's gonna be pretty. So that's a piece of ephemera that is finished, and we'll put it over here somewhere out of the way. All right. So let's see, what else do we want to do? We want to make us a tag. All right, so on this bit of scrap paper where I cut to make some other bits and bobs for my journal, since this is pink journal, I want to cut here, turn this into a tag. My desk is about to get really busy, and this makes me antsy. I get antsy when my desk is busy, because I can't function with the clutter. So I can use that as a tag in my purple journal. So we'll put that to the side and save it. And I want to do about up to this pink bit here. And it's got a little bit of peach in it. All right, there we go. We'll do up to that bit. We'll save these bits here to go in our purple rose journal. We'll just stick them under here on our side table. I need me one of those project carts, you know, like they have where it has the 6 tiers to it or whatnot. I need one of those suckers. That's what I need. Because, you know, when you're working on different journaling bits, and it all kind of goes together, but not really goes in the journal, or you don't want to use them in that particular journal, but it's all kind of the same theme. That's what I'm trying to say. You can use that and have all your journal bits and pieces, and when you get ephemera done, just throw it on that cart. When you get your stuff built up, you can take and have your journals made up. So, like I said, I'm coming from a scrapbooking background. So, scrapbookers, you know, we tend to make projects as we go. You know, like you know, we have the ephemera pieces, or the stickers, and, you know, and such, and we sit down with a piece of paper and we put a picture on it, and we decorate it up, and that's it. Well, with journals, it's way different. Way different. I think I'm going to take this ribbon here and cut me a piece of that. Let's see if I can't get it folded somehow to go out the top here like so. I might put it down with a tiny attacher. I sure might. Alright. Get the fabric scissors, not the paper scissors. And I don't want it real big. I'm just going to cut a piece like so. Stick that back in there. And this is probably got it at Hobby Lobby or the Dollar Tree. It's just basic gold pink ribbon, nothing fancy. So I do want to take and cut these at an angle, like a fishtail such. So we're going to take and do this. Well, I said I was going to do that, but I don't think it's going to cut it. There we go. Take your time and cut it. There, okay. There we go. Throw that bit in the trash. I don't know why I've done that. I don't really like that. Well, let's just cut the. Let's just cut it. Cut that off. I don't like that. I don't like that ribbon tail look. I'll probably cut it down and not even like it on there at all, to be honest. But you know, let's turn it around the other way and do it like this, and do a fabric, do a ribbon pull on it. There we go. Good thinking. Good thinking. I heard whoever was yelling at me about that. Just turn it around, lady. Put it the other way. Put it the other way. Okay. So if I staple it, I got to figure out which way the staples come out of this thing, because I hadn't used it in a while. I think the flat side is on this side. Hang on to it. And this is another reason why it's kind of difficult. Oh, let's see. There you go. Thank you for your advice. I did hear you. And that's not a Tim Holtz tiny attacher. That's a Michael's in the dollar aisle find. But it works the same for half the price. Maybe I should have been known as the Budget Crafter, which that name's probably taken, to be honest, too. Because I do find, you know, try my best to work within a budget when I do my crafting and find my supplies or whatever, what have you. So I don't know if I'm going to put anything else on that card, to be honest with you, besides inking it up and put this little pull on here. Now I am going to take and do the fabric glue on the back here, just because I want to. And I think it'll look a little finished and maybe not catch and pull up on it, because I think that would have the potential to catch and pull that staple out. And I'm having one of those moments or days where, you know, you can see the word in front of your face, but you can't spit it out your mouth. I'm having one of those. My kids call it slow timers. I was like, I don't think so. Maybe just tired timers. Maybe that's the thing. Tired timers. There we go. We'll glue that bit down, because I didn't want that, you know, when you're pulling it out, because you're going to use that as a pull. I didn't want it to catch and jerk a hole in that ribbon, which it has the potential to do that. So we'll just do this. Put a little bit of fabric glue on there. I'm trying to work a little faster, because if you saw my video yesterday, I went through this whole process of 45 minutes of making one item. And I was like, well, let's try to get some bits together and see what else we can do today in an hour. Maybe we'll get it done. Hopefully we'll get some bits done. I like that. I think that's going to be pretty. Okay. And let's leave our ink out. Let's get some of these scissors out of my way before I accidentally knock them off and hit myself in the foot, because I did that one time too. I was watching a lady one day, And she was talking about her her X-Acto knife, this little X-Acto knife things. She had one, and see where it rolls. It rolled off of her desk and stuck in her foot or in her leg or ankle. Anyways, her bottom part of her leg portion. I'm not exactly sure, but and she had to get stitches. And I was like, you know, I hadn't even never paid attention, you know, but sure enough, one day that thing rolled plumb off the side of my table over here. And luckily that was not a day I decided, you know, to sit with my foot over here propped up. And I was like, well, there it would have been. Death by crafting. The crafty knife got her. The crafty knife got her. But yeah, so be careful of that, ladies, if and guys, if you have those X-Acto knives or the straight edge knife that's rounded and has a tendency to roll. Be mindful of that when you lay it down, you know, to keep an eye on where that little thing rolls to. So she got one of those. It's a retractor X-Acto knife now. So it has like a little lip on it, like a pen lip would have, or a pen handle, like where you tuck it in your shirt. She got one of those where it doesn't roll now. Bless her heart. I felt sorry for her. I was like, ooh, I bet that did hurt. Goodness. So, you know, even though you're crafting, you can hurt yourself really good if you don't pay attention. All right. I don't know where I was going with that. I digress from that conversation. This is the gist of it. Be careful with your sharp utensils while you're trying to film a video, lady. All right. So do I want to round the corners on that? Do I want to leave it like that? I think I'm just going to leave it that way. Let that dry a little bit. And I think you could probably use, you know, like a dark ink pen, like a darker Sharpie, and write on it. All right, we're going to call it done. Put it to the side, work on something else. Let it dry. Then if you want to add a piece of paper to it, you can. All right, we're going to line our bits up over here. What else we got over here in my little stashy stash? Oh, yes, these, yes. The American Craft tags, not tags, but bags. Got them at Hobby Lobby. So we're going to try to make, I had the idea because, you know, I got carried away, got lost digging through my Tim Holtz ephemera bits, looking for some stuff to decorate with. Because, like I said, I don't really have a whole lot of ephemera type pieces for this kit. And, you know, I don't want the same thing over and over and over in it. You know, like, oh, well, I saw that on this page, and all she did was just put a different piece of lace, did it on that page. You know, I don't want that type of thing. So, I was thinking of maybe doing like this on here. And I can't pick that up. Bless me. And I didn't know if I wanted to put anything on the back of it and just have, you know, just the craft stock. I think I do want to put something on there. I don't want that plain Janie look. You know, it's nothing special there. All I did is just glue something down, right? So I think I may try to put, do we want to cover the whole thing? What do you guys think? I don't know. I really don't want to cover up the whole thing, but I don't want that just plain Janie either. I had some music page. Let's see. What do I want to do? Here we go. We got this bit. We can use this. So I think I'm going to put that down. It's not really, you know, it's just other than just the old plain craft. Look at it. That's all I'm going for. Get my pencil. And I want to inset. So I just, you know, so we're going to do here and here. And then we're just going to cut it. Let's get our cutter back up here. It's the musical rotating cutter video. So just going to get her cutter back, and do a little snip and a little cut. Then we'll glue it down. I don't think I want it so squared up, so I may do a little tear here and there. And what is that? That is 2 1/8 wide by 3 1/8. So let's go turn it around. Alright, so I need 2 1/8. Is that what I said? Oops, that's not what I said. 2 3/8 wide by 3 1/8 tall for a little craft bag. Alright, so then we'll save these bits here to collage with at a later date. So see, we'll put these down, and we'll just put these bits on here like so. So then it's going to be like it's a little specimen sample of a rose was my thinking, or my intent, I should say. So I'm going to put this here, and I kind of want that over here, and there we are again, can't pick it up. And I want this over here like that. I don't care if that hangs off the other side of that, that's fine with me. But yeah, that's something kind of like what I want to do. So let's move that to the side and get to work on it and glue it down. And I think I like it. I think I like it. This glue stick. Oh, it's a new glue stick, oh no. Don't you hate that when you start a new glue stick and it's like halfway through the stick it gets real good and, you know, spreads and all this, and then by the time it gets to the point where you can, it's working good for you, it's done. That gets annoying. Alright, so I'm going to fix this. Yeah, see, and then we have a little trim border around it. Slide it just a hair. Okay, it doesn't really matter if it's exactly straight. It's down and I like it. Yep, okay. Alright, so now this is a little cardstock chipboardy piece. So we're going to use our wet glue for that. We're going to use our wet glue, get it down. And these are Tim Holtz ephemera bits. I want to say, I looked through one kit. I want to say it was Field Notes is what these pieces came out of. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Because all of it was a little darker, a little grungy looking. And yep, the specimen things came out of the Field Notes. Tim Holtz Field Notes ephemera bits. And I did pull out some, you know, Tim Holtz flowers. I just haven't gotten any to the point where I want to put them down on anything at the point yet. That'll be a little later. Alrighty, so that's going to be on there. I cannot pick. I'll be glad when I get you glued down, buddy. I can't pick you up. We're just going to put some wet glue on you and put you on down that paper. Because I can't pick you up. I'm just going to glue you on down. Put a little bit of glue on there. And I kind of want it like this. Just up to the edge. Like so. Oh, ain't that pretty. There we go. I was talking to my sister tonight. Hey, Kim, if you watch me, I love you. Hey. She lives in Burlington, North Carolina. We live up towards the mountains in little Mayberry. That's where we're from. And I was talking to her about that. You know, I hadn't really got into making journals per se, but I like the making of the bits and, you know, and the ephemera pieces. I mean, you know, like I can sit all day long and to come up with some stuff like this, but then it's like, you know, gluing the whole journal together and putting it together. I mean, that's a lot of work. It is. It's a lot of work. And she was telling me that, like, she had saw on, I think it's an app she sells on. She sells antiques on Whatnot, I believe is what it's called. Sorry, Kim, the words aren't coming. Yeah, but it is, I think it is Whatnot. She said that she had went down a rabbit hole, you know, as you do, while you're just on there up late night, whatever, because you're hurting this way and that way. So she was on there looking and ran across some crafty people where they were doing ephemera packets, she said. Selling ephemera packets, like they were making packets and making tags and pockets and such. Putting bits of lace and trim in them, so you know they'd have the tag and the pocket pre-made, and then they'd have little decorative bits, you know, like this stuff. And you just put it together yourself. And I was like, well, I like making all that stuff. You know, I like playing with papers. It's a whole lot easier to set and play with one piece and block everything out, you know, just focus on that one piece, than it is to be like, well, I need this to go in this, and I need that to go in this journal, and I need this to go in this journal. Because like I said, this is the second journal that I've ever made, the one that I'm working on with the pink roses, and this is a lot of work. And I tell you one thing, Miss Gail Agostinelli, if you ever do get a hold of my videos or watch my video of any sort, I am going to sing your praises, Miss Ma'am. Yes, I am. Going to sing them all day long, every day. Because this lady puts up a video every day from day one. And if she's missed a video, it was not because she intentionally done it. It was, you know, maybe some kind of family emergency or health issue. But I tell you what, you have my admiration. Because this is a bit of work to come up with something to talk about for a whole hour in one, you know, especially because I'm kind of quiet. I keep to myself most of the time when I'm crafting. I'm just in here playing, coming up with, you know, making bits and pieces. But yes, ma'am, Miss Gail, you are it. You are the lady. Because if you shoot a video and come up with something to talk about for the whole hour, and products and ideas, and which I know we all, you know, we all kind of so-called sponge off each other, which, lack of better term, not sponge, inspire. We get inspired by someone else, yes. And like I said, you know, this isn't me reinventing the wheel type situation. This is, I've seen it, and this is what I'm working on, and I come up, this is what I want to do. But yep, there we go. There's that bit. But yes, ma'am, Miss Gail, I tell you what, lady, you put the work in. Trust me, that lady puts the work in to have a video up every day of something different, something new, and pretty, and just, and entertaining. Just the nicest lady. And no, she don't need me to boast her channel, because, you know, she's already got her own following and her own channel. I'm just telling other people that may find me that don't know her to go watch her. And she has Etsy shop, cinnamon tea, and all of that good stuff. And these are people that I watch that inspire me to sit down here and make this and be productive. Oh, I think that's pretty. Alrighty, so we did these few bits here. What time is it? Up right at 44 minutes. So let's go on ahead and do a recap. So this is going to be a belly band, and I did a tag or a journal card to go under it. I lost it, and then all I did was ink around that and cover the back of it. So, and then that'll go in like so. Oh, it's going to be pretty. That's a pretty bit. So that's what? That's 2 pieces. We cut this tag down out of a scrap piece of paper, inked around it, put a pink pretty ribbon pull on it. That's 3. This was a whole sheet of paper that had the little, excuse my reach, I can't pick up nothing. And did these little journal, well, not journal cards. This one may be a journal card, because I don't know if I can tuck that in behind the tuck spot with all that on it. But you know what? Once it dries, I think it'll be just fine. And I'm going to snip these and make these tags and put a pull on that. And this here is intended to be a tag with a belly band. So then maybe you can tuck one of these specimen cards in behind it. But I want these to be tucks. So I've got some little smaller journal cards over here, and I'm going down a rabbit hole. Sorry about that. We're just trying to do a recap. But I got some smaller journal cards over here for this kit that I was thinking, you know, we could stick behind that on that tag. I think that'd be pretty. That was the intent for that. And then we made these two rose specimen journaly bits, not journaly bits, tag tucks. Get your stuff together, tag tucks. So we stick a little tag in there. And voila, wouldn't you know, this kit came with some mini tags. Perfect, love it. So I'm going to take, and this is going to be a belly band as well, but I've got some cut off paper. I'm going to cover a few pieces with this, put a tag, and have that down in as a tag. And then I'm trying to give you the visual effect here. So that'll be a tag in there, and then these tags with the smaller tags. That's the intent for that. Just so you get the full picture. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bits in about 45 minutes. Thanks guys for watching. Appreciate the support from my family and friends. Love you guys so much. I thank all of you all for putting up with me and my craftiness. So I really do appreciate everybody coming and watching and supporting me, and my family having my back on this adventure, because it does take a lot of work and it does take a lot of your time. But I enjoy crafting, and you know, to me, this is, you know, I call it scrapping, like I said, because you know that's what I've known it as for 25 years. I'm gonna go scrap, and like I said, these are scraps, so therefore I'm not lying, am I? So thanks guys. Enjoy yourselves, enjoy your family, enjoy your day, night, whenever you're watching. I greatly appreciate you so much. Like, comment, and share, and come back and see me and hang out and let's yik yak and make some more crafty items. Thanks guys. Have a good day. Have a good night.